There we go. So this game has started, and we're going to jump right in. So let's swip us over to the Bloodbowl screen as we go with Larkstar versus WorldSitar. Playing to stay in the tournament and live for the cash prizes. Top 4 do get the cash prizes. So it looks like we're going to be seeing the Khemri take the ball first. Up against the Necro of Larkstar's team. So let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got one bench for the Necro, one bench for the Khemri. So it looks like we got, so four Tomb Guardians, one of which is block Mighty Blow. We have a Mighty Blow guard. We have a guard, and we have a tackle, break tackle. That's a very interesting Tomb Guardian. We're also going to be rocking with a Frenzy Blitz-Raw, as well as a tackle Mighty Blow Blitz-Raw. One dirty player, and a block throw raw to carry the ball, as well as a rookie. Up on the other side, we've got 4 guard players with block, a Mighty Blow block wolf, a tackle block wolf, and a wrestle ghoul. Sitting on the sideline is his sure hands ball carrying ghoul. 2 rerolls versus 3 rerolls, and a big +2 fame result for the Necro. So in the case of any targeted kickoff blitz, the Necro will be with the advantage. Changing weather, however, not gonna be affected by the fame. It starts with the Frenzy Blitz. Frenzy hit. Sets up a 3 dice with that middle Tomb Guardian. KOs a zombie on the line. So you go 3 into 3. That would work also. Doesn't mean he'd not be hitting with the Mighty Blow, but, you know. I'll have to just take the 1-3. And finds an injury. Marvin's fine, though. He'll be back. Back for more. Regen succeeds. Blitz on a 2 dice on the zombie in the middle. Just gonna push it. Walk back into relative safety from the werewolves. At the moment, it looks like the only blitzable target is this skeleton over here on either of these edges. Potential for a dirty player foul onto a zombie. Not sure if it's worth it, but maybe. I mean, you have a spare. Gets the pickup first try with the throw raw. Always an important one to get with Khemri. Not gonna choose to foul. Keeping his dirty player for something a little more important than a zombie. We are going to see that 2 dice into 2 dice blitz with the Mighty Blow Claw. Not going to break the armor, however. And then probably has to retreat a bit to protect the wolf. Fails the GFI. And that's a scary position to be, because if we count these squares here, we've got a wolf on the ground and a dirty player well within reach of fouling it. I fully expect WorldSitar to try and get the foul onto this wolf. And that forwards placement of the Tomb Guardian definitely suggests he's looking for it. As we're going to see the ball move up to behind the area where he's fouling. And we are going to be walking all of our players in that direction to try and get this huge foul. Block Mighty Blow Tomb Guardian is going to be the one doing the blitz onto this zombie. We'll stay put so that he gets an extra assist onto this foul. So this will be +3 onto the Mighty Blow Wolf with Dirty Player. And here we come, going for the run-up. 4 squares, and the boot. Stuns the wolf. No send-off. The scary part about the stun is you can't move the wolf away, and he's probably just going to get stamped on next turn. And because it's Tomb Guardians, you know, strength 5, not much guard around there, it's going to be hard for him to make this any less dangerous. He will go for a blitz onto the Dirty Player to try and remove it. Does not break the armor. The Dirty Player is still going to be able to do it next turn. The rest of the Necro team getting behind where the ball is aiming to go to. But I believe the Khemri are not going to be too interested in moving forwards and more just going to be interested in setting up a massive foul on this werewolf. Push on the Flesh Golem. He allows himself to be pushed away. I'm not sure that was the right move, because this now ensures a big foul, as well as a 3 dice onto this zombie with Mighty Blow. I think I might have would have stayed put there. Mighty Blow, gonna injure zombie. It's not gonna regen, so that's down to the bench now. 1 player. If the KO gets back up, it's 11. Otherwise, it'll be 10 players. Mighty Blow Blitz gonna be coming in onto this guard white. Not a move, so he does want to push him off in order to gain back 2 assists on the foul. And he will be able to get a +4 foul onto this the wolf this turn. If he can spare the players, that is. Yeah, okay, so he's not gonna... Yeah, not gonna add that extra assist because he did need to protect the ball a little bit because of this angle being opened and maybe the rule coming around the back with Wrestle. Again, we're gonna stun the wolf, but only stun it. No send-off. Now, the no send-off is definitely good for WorldSitar, but not actually getting rid of the wolf yet with any of these fouls. Remember, both of these teams are fighting for their life in the tournament, as it is a double elimination, and this is the losers bracket, round 1. In addition, the winner of this game will be playing right after this against the losers of round 2 of the winners bracket. Thick Skull keeping a skeleton on the pitch. We take down a Tomb Guardian and get another hit on this Tomb Guardian. Pals on both of them. No luck in breaking the armor, however. Necro are pretty suited to a sideline game, however. They do have the frenzy players to try and push people off the pitch if they get a little too close. It's really tough to stop the strength wall of Khemri, though, from doing its thing. And again, a free foul here onto the wolf. Potentially a very big one if a POW can be found onto this flesh column. Now, to be safe, I'd probably pick both of these players up and do the Blitz with the Blitzer. But maybe you even want to try and go crazy and try and Blitz the werewolf instead, which I don't hate. And then just take your slightly smaller foul. Certainly would get you a better foul if you were to Blitz down the flesh column, but the werewolf's a good target as well. And the werewolf is who he chooses to hit. Break armor. Just a stun. Base is up the guard white. A bit interesting. How's it going, Incesticide? Right now we're looking at a +1 foul only. And he's still going to need to push this guy forward, so this is only going to be a +1 foul with DP. And finally, the ref says enough is enough and sends him off. Not even a break on the armor. Now, how many of these guys have guard? So this guy does have guard, but this one doesn't have guard. Don't think there's a way he's getting a shot on the ball this turn, but you never know. Maybe if we drop one of these Tomb Guardians. Actually, we can drop both of them. If we drop this one with the 1 dice, or the 2 dice now. So 2 dice from the Wrestle Ghoul, and then we can 2 dice. Wrestle will be enough. Just gonna push. Two dices again. Not hitting this one though, but we can now Blitz backwards with Downed Wolf to try and claw down this guard Mighty Blow Tomb Guardian, aiming for damage rather than trying to get to the ball. And we're gonna dub skull it. That's so bad. And yet another break on the werewolf. So there's the break from the foul that didn't happen. Unfortunate turn of dice there for Larkstar. Dodge into 2 dice, 2 dice. Getting the dub skull, when anything but a skull would have worked on the block. Sets up a 3 dice with Mighty Blow onto the white. which does find a POW. White's fine. Now, I don't think there's any more fouling to be had because the skeletons just aren't nearby. Like, this one might dodge to foul end of turn, and I don't think that would be a bad idea. So maybe we'll see that. This guy dodges, runs up here, and fouls the downed tackle werewolf. Or even the downed white. And we're going to send the tackle after the ghoul. Finds a POW naturally. But unable to break the armor of the ghoul. Sets up a 5-6 versus 6. So only a 1 dice here. Not getting any blocks with his Tomb Guardian this turn. Does dodge, but opposite direction that I thought he would be going. And KOs himself. So, removal-wise, we've got a send-off and a KO versus a regen, a KO, and an injury. Just a push onto this flesh column. Onto this Tomb Guardian from the flesh column. Gets a free 2 dice here. Just a push. He can 2 into 1 from the floor here. If he stands up the guard. Instead going with the ghoul for more pushes. Really unfortunate turn of blocks for Larkstar. Double skull on the previous turn into pretty much all pushes and skulls. Not what you want to see. Continues to find just pushes and skulls. Comes down to foul Tomb Guardian. +2 foul. Doesn't break the armor, but no send-off. And now he's going to try dodging with the wolf and white to get them relevant. One works, but the second fails. And with only 1 reroll left, he's not going to reroll it. So Throw Raw, gonna make the assist. Probably gonna be blitzing with this Mighty Blow Tackle Blitz Raw onto the werewolf. Which we are going to see. Oh. And pushes are going to continue for both players. So this is good for the werewolf. Means that this ball cannot stay safe pretty much anywhere on the pitch. As the werewolf can dodge out and come over. He's going to have to go towards basically the sideline. That is scarily in range of the werewolf. With only Frenzy Blitz Raw to support. Okay, so what can Larkstar manage this turn? It starts with a spicy 1 die. That's always cool. How's the guard Tomb Guardian? It was with Wrestle, so it's just a 2+. Gonna another 2+. Blitz with the Flesh Golem. Gonna try and maximize the number of blocks he's taking this turn. So this enables him to get a 2 dice here, or a 1 dice, whichever he wants, followed by a 2 dice up here. You take the 2 dice on this one, because it has block. Goes for the POW. And he's gonna 1 dice the tackle one with this block. Does find the POW. 1 dice is working well this turn. And that's a KO onto a Tomb Guardian. Which could be important. And he's probably going to be dodging this werewolf end of turn. Yep. Really retreating far, though. I would have liked to see him keep a little closer, but I guess he doesn't want him to get blitzed by Mighty Blow. Dodges this white, doesn't work. Doesn't reroll. Ball can now safely park itself in the corner because the werewolf retreated so far. Still has to cover the front of it because the werewolf can reach it with 2 GFIs. But 2 players should be enough. And if WorldSitar is feeling spicy, he can 2 dice to Mighty Blow the werewolf. Or just get over here and try and... Looks like, yeah, he can 3 dice this werewolf with the Mighty Blow. Also a good choice to make. Not gonna find a knockdown. Does use a reroll. Has 2 rerolls left. Might as well try it. Will break the armor. No Mighty Blow Claw coming in this turn. Now we will see some claw hit on something this turn. As we're going to take a couple 2 dices against this Tomb Guardian with block. Gets him down on the 2nd time of asking. I'm assuming we're going to go after this guard, Tomb Guardian. If we place 2 players on him, we can get a 1 into a 2. No, even that would be a 1 into a 1. Because of this extra guard we'd be walking onto. Doesn't need it. Just POW City. And another KO Tomb Guardian. So 2 chances for the KOs to get back because there will be an 8th turn. Dodge off Tomb Guardian. So there will be an 8th turn set up for Larkstar. So 2 chances for the Tomb Guardians to come back, but if either of them fails twice on their rolls, which is a 1 in 4 chance of happening, the Khemri will be down Tomb Guardians to start the 2nd half. So we're going to set up a 3 dice with Mighty Blow block onto this white, it looks like. We do set it up. No, there's no inducements in this tournament at all, incesticide. The team's TVs were set based on what tier they are. And it is a res format. You want a link to... Here we go. Here's a link to the brackets, the teams, and a poll. So the rounds being done today are round 1, losers round 1, round 2, and losers round 2. And then the rest of the games will be tomorrow. Both Tomb Guardians stay out on the first time. Zombie stays out, so it's going to be 10 against 10. If I do the math right. But 2 Tomb Guardians out is a very big deal. And if any of these skeletons take removals here, then Camry could be down quite a lot of players for the second half. Top 4 in the tournament will be winning cash prizes, so there's a lot to play for. We're setting up a 1-turn here? Dude, this one's not the worst idea. I'd love to see a 1-turn setup, but it's really difficult in only a minute. But it looks like he's doing it. This is actually a very good 1-turn setup here. So what he's going to be doing, he's going to try and push this guy into here. And then hit sideways with this flesh golem. This way he's doing it means he's not actually using his blitz at the beginning. Not only that, but the Necro get an extra reroll to deal with. And the ball is going to be in the hands of their werewolf, taking out quite a few rolls from the equation. Gets the first push. Gets the second push. Gets the third push. 2 more to go. Okay, so because he's pushing here, he needs to fill this square here, which can be done with a GFI from this guy. And then what else is he going to need to fill? So there's a GFI good. So then he's going to be hitting... So he hit to here. So he needs to fill this square and this square. So this guy can come around to fill this square. Push to here, and then this guy fills this square. And that's great. This is a really good setup. 30 seconds to do it, though. So you got to fill this square first. Nice. And then you make the hit. Ooh, that needs a push. That needs a push. Yep, he gets the push. Okay, sweet. Push up. Walk around. And because he's saved his blitz, he can actually blitz through into the end zone. Oh my god, he triple skulled! No! What are the odds of that? Oh, that's so bad. Nuffle did not want it, yeah. That was a really, really good 1-turn setup as well. So sad to see the trip skulls stopping the 1-turn. Now, there were still plenty of ones he had to avoid later in the turn. But to see it go on a triple 1, that's sad. Only one of the Tomb Guardians returns to the pitch. So we'll be 11 versus 10, with the Camry having the slight man advantage, but they are down one of their strength 5 pieces. Actually, no, I think that means it's 10v10, sorry. Wait, let's count again. Yeah, 10v10. So it's even on the pitch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, right. Even on the pitch in terms of numbers. And the strength advantage being a little bit dwindled by the loss of that Tomb Guardian. That was a pretty epic 1-turn attempt, though. So I'm going to switch view now. We're going to be behind the Necro for their drive. Now, the Necro, in their previous game that we watched, did tie the game 1-1 on their drive, but unfortunately lost the coin toss in overtime and could not steal the ball. Will they be willing to try and go for another overtime match, or are they going to try and score quickly and stop the Khemri and maybe turn them over? It's always tough when you're a bash team and you're going second. Getting your offense in the second half. Quick snap for the Necro. Right, so the first hit is good. Looks to me like we're setting up an attempt to take out another Tomb Guardian, which is kind of cool. I believe that means he'll be hitting with the zombie and not the white. He wants to set up another guard player in there. That is true, and we are going to push him onto the Flesh Golem. This frees our guard player to jump up into for this chain pushing attempt to take out the block Mighty Blow Tomb Guardian. On a 2 dice into a 2 dice. So it's always worthwhile to look for these chain push into stand firm attempts. Oof. Re-rolls that on the greed with just 1 of 2 re-rolls in overtime format. Doesn't even break the armor. Sad puppy. One has to say that you feel a little bad for him because he has been having some awful luck with his claw hits. Sure Hands proving itself to be a great skill in the backfield. And now we're going to go to the Khemri. Yeah, I'm not sure he could either, Incesticide. Kind of sucked, but I think he had to eat it. Definitely going to have to be very stingy with his last one. So this sets up a Mighty Blow Blitz onto this werewolf from the Blitz Raw. Two dice onto this zombie. Dub Skull. Not gonna get him. That's very good for the Necro then. Ooh, that's scary. I'm scared about that Blitzraw's safety. Ooh. This is getting spicy near the sidelines. Yeah, very, very easy switch to sides here. But also, like, these guys near the sideline, they're not really that safe. They did have to push this guy all the way close to the sideline to stop the surf attempt on the Mighty Blow Blitz-Raw, though. I'm gonna drop a skeleton, stun it. Thick Skull saving it. Now this guard rocks its way in. Then we've got a 2 dice on, or a 1 dice on this Tomb Guardian into a 2 dice on this one. Yep, no reason to move the ball forwards yet. Just reset to the middle, blitz something good. This even sets up a hit onto a throw-raw if he wants it. He's gonna take the hit onto the Tomb Guardian. And maybe even foul it. This could be a pretty big foul. I'm not sure about following there. If he had stayed put, he gets a 2 dice heal. Or a 1 dice there. Gonna foul and stun this Tomb Guardian. And then stand put on the middle. It's a good foul in the end. Stunning, that stun is going to cause all sorts of problems for WorldSitar's positioning on this next turn. Stun on a random zombie. But at least this zombie's not going to be tying down the Tomb Guardian, which was the key. He freed up this Tomb Guardian with that block. Ooh, double GFI Blitz onto the Mighty Blow. Fails the second GFI. He's going to have to reroll it down to just 1 reroll now. Will get the Mighty Blow POW onto the werewolf, but will it be enough to break the armor? That's the question. No, it's not. Sets up a Claw Mighty Blow in return. I like this spot for the Blitz Rock because it's stopping the ghoul from coming around to make it a 2 die into a 2 die. But the ball could go up there pretty easily as well. Actually, it's already a 2 die into 2 die, I think, because of this guard. Or at least if he moves forwards, it is. Yeah. And this ghoul can persist once this guy's down to make this a 2 die. Claw still not doing anything. Really disappointing. Ball has switched all the way to the other side of play, and the Camry are totally out of position for this. This is exactly what Necro do so well with their movement speed. They bait you on one side and then they pivot around the flesh columns in the middle. You dodge the other white all the way forwards. Does free up this Tomb Guardian a bit, but still it's so far away from where the ball is going to be, even on next turn. Like, the 3 Tomb Guardians are all stuck in the middle now on players. And the ball's going to be moving up the sideline. Which means he's just relying on 1 Blitz Raw and a Throw Raw to stop the progress. Gonna take the Blitz back here onto this white. Not surprised. I am surprised that he's using a lot of his movement to do the Blitz from that angle instead. Wants to keep him based. Stuns him. Sends back as a deep safety. Tries to dodge with a skeleton. No harm done. With an extra guard in here, we can get a hit again. So 1D on this guy. Can make it 2 with the with the ghoul. So that makes it 2 dice onto this flesh golem. This Tomb Guardian. She pows. Looks like he's now pushing back diagonal. I'm gonna swap again to strand these 2 guys and these 2 guys. It looks like he's blitzing this this Tomb Guardian, aiming to just cause damage, try to make his time easier in the overtime period. Does find the POW. Chain pushes. Oof, and that's an injury. Will it regen? It will not, so that guy's gone for good. And we're picking off slowly the pieces. So not a bad turn for the Necro there. But it does tell us what Larkstar's plan is for this half. And that's to just cause damage during his turns, score on 16, and then take this to overtime. In which case, we don't expect Larkstar to use his last reroll before overtime. But also, WorldSitar's burned through his 2 rerolls, so... because he was so desperate to get back. Zombie break, but just a stun. Really no great blitzes this turn. Gets a frenzy hit onto this guard. Finds a POW on the first try. Does not break. Danger for this flesh guard. Sorry, I keep on trying to call these things flesh golems, but danger for this Tomb Guardian, as there's really no way to save it from the Mighty Blow Blitz next turn. Especially with all 3 of both of these flesh golems able to move. Okay, we will base up one of the flesh golems in an attempt to save our Tomb Guardian. That's a 1D now. Looks like we're going to be content with getting 2 dice here. Here's our Blitz, here's our hit that we've opened up. Push into Block. Got him. Did not break the armor. So he will be able to do a 1D on the other Tomb Guardian. But that's about it that we're getting this turn. As the ball heads back to the left side once again. Ooh. 1 in 9 dodge failure from the ghoul. Gonna stun itself. This opens up some opportunities for the Khemri to get some good hits in. Expect there's going to be a Mighty Blow Blitz onto the Tackle Werewolf. Oh, just going to go with a block Blitz. A little bit surprised he didn't use his Mighty Blow for that, but I think he wants to keep him back as a safety maybe. And that's a really nice chain push. So chaining someone to be able to get a hit onto the werewolf. And he can get the assist with this Blitzer at the back. Seeing quite a few really nice chain push plays this game. Moving around the guards are not as useful. I like it. Fortunately, he's opened up this guy as an assist now. Oof, what a dodge. Okay, so now there's a 2-die here, which could open up some stuff for the ball to come over back to the right. Larkstar's not got the most time left in the world. And there will be some dodges involved. 1 dice pushes that guy out. So if he brings this guy in here, he gets an assist here. Or he can chain push to free both of them up, which is also really nice. And now both these guys can run up here. Be a little wary about this Tomb Guardian that's on the ground, but aside from him, not too much over there. GFI sets up a block here. Ball might not be safe next turn. It's safe-ish. That's the best I can say about that ball's position. It's safe-ish. Just because Khemri's not the great dodging team. But I mean, this like dodge blitz isn't the most terrible thing. 6+. Boing. Stand firm's gonna keep him in place. My assumption is he's gonna blitz here. No. Still wants to keep this white under control. But this will be a frenzy trap if he goes with this blitz raw. Wait, so Mighty Blow Blitz pushes a zombie. Tries to get this guy more relevant. Pushes the werewolf. And takes the frenzy trap, but gets the both down to not have to walk into it. Unfortunately, now the ball can just pretty easily walk up this sideline. Though it looks like he might be targeting the middle again. He has to make the move forwards this turn, so maybe the sidelines are just a little too far for the school. Ooh, and that's a KO onto a Tomb Guardian. Breaking him with the Claw Mighty Blow. Can find a 2 dice onto this guy, or a 1 dice right now. And then can just base up this guy and put the ball in here. But he gets to get a little further, I think, up the pitch than that. So he might have to, like, take this as a 1 die, throw this guy into, like, up here, and then put the ball as far forwards as he can, potato-y. Yep, put the ball as far forwards as he can, and then just try and stop this guy from getting anywhere. Which he's done pretty well. A couple GFIs and they've worked. 1 dice is the Tomb Guardian. Can 1 dice into 2/2. And that's gonna work. So it is a bit of a potato, but he'll probably get away with it. We got 4+ dodge, 4+ dodge, 2 dice with block. And that's probably his best play right here. That's the only way he's getting this ball, I think. Okay, well, so you can hit this guy. You can hit this guy, that frees this guy up, but it doesn't stop anything because these 2 guys are in a great spot to stop anyone from over here getting over there. So it's, again, it's just this throw raw and this throw raw able to do anything at the moment. And by that I mean they still have to dodge, and Khemri dodges are not great. Instead throws a 1 dice, injures his own Blitzraw with the 1 dice skull. Regen fails. That's going to be really big for the Necro's chances as they get to target whatever they want this turn with their Mighty Blow Claw. I'm going to assume it's going to be this Mighty Blow Blitzraw, which will then free this zombie to get all the way up here and assist this block. Because if you target this guy from this square... Oh, wrong square. I was gonna say, if you blitz this guy from this square, it looks like we're just making this into a 3 die instead. Gets the 3 die. And it's a KO. Another big removal. So now the blitz is going to be up here. Or you hit here and blitz here. Both are good ideas, actually. I actually kind of like that one better. So you run up here, hit, and then you blitz down here. Or this is scarier. This is a 1D. Alright, we are going to blitz here, and we're going to turn this into a 2D. Okay. I think I would have went after two throw raws rather than a throw raw and a Tomb Guardian. But, I mean, you can't really fault that play. It's not bad. We'll get a hit here. Just a push. And a hit here. No. Not enough spaces to get to that place without a knockdown. And Larkstar puts in the ball. 1-1 score. And we'll see how many players are back on the pitch. There are some KOs to be rolled coming into this overtime period. Ooh, both KOs stay out still. This is the second time that's happened. Both KOs not getting up on the first try for the Tomb Guardians. This is really scary for the Khemri's chances in overtime. Still gets one more roll at it though. As they both roll 2s. And the Necro have a full team still. 11 men versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 players up on the pitch. Riot, both teams gain a turn, and a kick touchback. Now, if this wasn't Khemri, I'd say they had a very good chance. But this is Khemri, and they've only got 7 players. Now, of course, he's gonna try and potato with the skeleton for a touchdown, because you might as well try. Let's see how these line blocks go. No dice. Ooh, only a 2 dice with the Tomb Guardian. Don't like that. I think he was trying to free his, yeah, he's freeing his Blitz draw to go forwards. Gets the block. Just a stun, though. Marvin has been amazing this game. He's taken so much hits. Is this guy in scoring reach with 2 GFIs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is. With 1 GFI in scoring reach. Problem being that I think he needs to go 1 more and try to get the skeleton up to here. Skeleton's only at 5, they need to get even further. That's really bad. So this guy needs to come up to like this square. Oof. It's gonna be easily blitzable, no matter where he goes if he wants to be in scoring position. And you just can't reroll that. And you injure yourself. Luckily, the regen does work. Catches it, okay. I mean, that's our blitz target. And then we're just gonna super base this guy who's the only other scoring threat. Definitely want to start basing up the skeleton before you make the blitz, just in case of dice rolls. You don't want to... The thing is, like, because you don't... Like, it's a... You can say it's only a double skull into another double skull that stops this, but you don't want to be re-rolling that first double skull if you don't have to. So you're going to want to place the other werewolf in first so that you don't have to re-roll a double skull blitz. So you really want to keep that re-roll. So I do like these positionings. Push means it's no longer possible to score on the blitz draw. Pow definitely means it's no longer possible to score. Doesn't break the man, but can get the wolf on the ball and then pick it up. Yeah, I like picking it up. Again, no reroll, but just try. Well, there's still a chance. This guy can still technically score. It's going to be a 6 catch. It's going to be a 6 pickup, 6 throw, 6 catch. And then, hit here, blitz through. Not the worst odds in the world. Yep. So here's the hit here. That's good enough. Takes the guard off the ball carrier. Now you're gonna run up here, pick it up, throw it, catch, blitz through, or blitz through and then get to the end zone and throw it to the end zone. Well, he tried. No reroll. All the dice are so bad that you don't want to use your reroll here. But it was worth at least trying it. I liked the play. Okay, and now we're going to see these next KO rolls. Are they going to get up? 1 out of 2. So that's still a win for the Necro, I'd say. Let's see how the overtime coin toss goes, though. And it looks like the overtime is in the hands of the Necro. Which is not what the Khemri want. With only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players on the field, 2 of which are Tomb Guardians, 1 Blitz Raw. This is going to be a very tall order trying to stop the Necro from scoring with a full complement of 11. So I don't want to call it early, but I think Larkstar got this. Quick snap for the Necro. As they're gonna swarm all their flesh golems around these players. Thick Skull saving that skeleton, but a stun is pretty good for the Necro team. Pushes. Still gets 2 more blocks here. That one finally goes down. Oof, and an injury. Regen doesn't matter in overtime. 6 players left. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players left for the... Does get the POW on this guy. Ooh, no break. But is able to protect his wolf now. not have to put it forwards. And the ball is safely in the hands of the Sure Hands Ghoul. Only a couple scary players on the other side to worry about. This Tomb Guardian might be scary. He can definitely do something, but at the moment it's more than one dodge to get to the ball, so it's not happening. Just a push on a Flesh Golem Blitz. This is always the problem when you blitz stand firm players. You just push them, you get stuck there, and then they get to hit you back. Yeah, retreats his tackle Mighty Blow, doesn't want it getting blitzed by a werewolf. So few players to work with here. It's going to be really tough for them to stop this ghoul. You see 2 dice from the Flesh Golem. Knocks down this Tomb Guardian. Potentially a foul up there. Is going to target the Mighty Blow tackle. Is that a GFI to reach? No, not even a GFI, just on the second hit. Probably wants to move the ball up there first, but keeping the ball back is also not terrible. So much time. Ooh, double push. Scary. Now this werewolf's getting hit. But I guess if the werewolf's getting hit, then the ball's not getting hit, and that's all that matters. And then this zombie can just go be annoying and base up this throw rock, so it can't hit anyone good. That's also a fine spot for it. And we will be seeing the foul onto the Tomb Guardian. And a stun, even though it's a send-off, is perfect. It's all he needed. Because one turn will buy all the time in the world for this ghoul to get down the field. So that stun's basically as good as a removal. Freeing up the Tomb Guardian that has Break Tackle. And causing an assist. That's a good use of player, because he's been able to do 2 jobs with that 1 Blitz player. I just don't see them getting into a position to stop this ghoul on the next turn. Not with these 2 guys able to go wherever they want, and this guy able to just throw himself right into here. Let's see where this guy can go to stop that. Maybe the play is like break tackle to this square. I could see that being pretty useful. He is going to try to do that. That's the square he wants to go to. Gets there. Now, Larkstar does not need to take this fast at all. He can take his time. Reset back to the middle. Doesn't have to score. Yeah. Set up as many hits as he wants on these Tomb Guardians. Move back into the middle. Basing up the skeletons that are on the floor. And we are moving right back to the middle of the field. Which I really like. Can set up a 1D here, or a 2D here into a Blitz on this guy as well. Followed by a half D into a half D on this guy, which isn't terrible. So now it looks like since we didn't get the knockdown on this Blitz Raw, this is our Blitz here. 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to come around. Goes for the Frenzy Trap instead. Oh no, goes after the Throw Raw. Okay. So that's smart, not being able to get a good angle on the Blitz Raw. Goes for the Throw Raw instead and stuns it. Do you throw the uphill or do you just keep him there? I think you throw the up. No, you keep him there because the problem with the uphill is if you get a skull, then he can do 1, 2, 3, 1 dodge and in. Whereas right now it's 2 dodges to get anywhere. So actually leaving him abased and not making the hit is actually smarter. And at this point it's like just super impossible for... Ooh, he dodged first. Oh wow. He actually gets the dodge without break tackle and pows the ball. So the 2 dodge play worked. Unfortunately for him, there's no recovery. But that was a really ballsy play and I love it. I absolutely love that play. The best part was he queued the whole thing in one motion. So, so he was like guaranteeing that it would work. And by that I mean it was very ballsy to queue it all in one motion. But this is like just a free, you know, hits on the ball. Doesn't clear this guy, so that's a little scary. But the problem is like he can do this, he can stall a bunch, but like Larkstar still has the reroll advantage as well as all the time in the world to get down into the end zone. So he's got a wrestle hit here. Gets down the Tomb Guardian. Can blitz this guy with this werewolf from this corner so that it gets away from where the ball is. Yep. No break, but that's not a big deal. Can move up and protect the ball. And then the ghoul can just grab it. Probably over to here. Get behind as many things as possible so this Tomb Guardian can't get you. Oh wow, that's a spicy spot. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it. Gets you a 2 die on the skeleton, which he does pow. And then you just leave everyone based because there's no reason to free up Khemri when you have such a big numbers advantage. And he's just out of reach of this Tomb Guardian, so there's no more shenanigans. You can still put the tackle on the ball, but it doesn't really accomplish much. I believe we are the last game that's still in action. We do get to base the ball with tackle. But I'm not sure it's enough. We'll see. He was able to base this this guy and get a lot of basing done here, but I don't know if it's enough basing. I think there will be a blitz to free the ball here. And then the ball would be moving back into the middle over here. Yeah, he's definitely giving his all. It is not easy. So here's our blitz. Ooh, not blitzing. Just gonna hit. Okay. This means the blitz can be here. Or just back here. I don't hate that either. And then move up with this zombie and go over somewhere over there. So the ball's coming up to here. Yep. I'm really not sure how they stop this ball now. Oh. Single skull. No reroll because, again, one reroll overtime format. Better just keep it. Wasn't that necessary of a block. I might have just not even made that block. Force the Khemri to have to make their blocks to move their players. I think that was a bit greedy of a block to make. But then again, it's just a 2+2+, so it's not the worst odds in the world of working. But I don't think it achieved much, so probably should have just left it be. If he doesn't move this guy, he's out of reach. Pals the werewolf. Frees up another door rock. Oof, injures the werewolf. He's definitely giving it all, not saying goodbye yet. All the dodges won't work. Some of them will, but not all. Two dice here. And then just pop up this way, probably. No, not getting the knockdowns he wants. You take the rest, the block, I think. That way you still have this wrestle hit, but he pushes. I guess we're going this way now. Because that means we don't go up the right-hand side if we're pushing him away. Knockdown there would have been good because it means this guy could have moved, but no, he can't. So this guard's gonna come up here. Oof, just a push. You push here, and then this guy can base here, and then you potato. It's scary, like you don't... It sucks that you have to make a potato play. But on 22, I think it's the right play. Then you just push the sideline, well, up to this square. Yeah, stay in so that the ball cannot scatter out of bounds on a lucky POW. We're both down. Try and get this guy around to something. Be relevant. Do not reroll. Yep. Well, there's definitely a chance here for WorldSitar. Could dodge one die. Block or POW. Both are good. Can this guy reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. Did we not count that? Oh, wow. This is actually a mistake then. We did not count this guy's movement. He should have been in this square. Push only. And that should be game. Because even if this guy comes in bases, we're going to be able to get a chain push, I think, to free him. Yeah, he needed to base up this guard. And then to go here. But with this guy non-base, all it is a straight up blitz and in. Send up the wolf first. Get it relevant. Irrelevant block. Actually, not irrelevant because you can go with wrestle, which is better than going with block. So I don't hate that block. There's the POW, and that's the game. Congrats to Larkstar, making it to the next round. Two to 1 victory in overtime. Okay, I'm gonna take a very, very quick break and be back for the third game. So let's pop us up onto the, pop you guys up onto the live standings.